this f***ing song. This f***ing song. Hello guys, it's your boy Kian. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm gonna react to A$AP Rocky latest album called Testing. We've been waiting this album for kind of a long time now. A$AP has been teasing it for quite a while. I'd say a few months actually. He has released some stuff since his last album, which was called At Last Long A$AP, which was released back in I think it was 2015. He has released some material since then, but it has been pretty quiet from him. I can feel the bass too, actually. I think this is building into the next track, which is A$AP Forever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's kind of like an intro because it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. So I pretty much feel like it's a long intro, like it's a track, but it serves as an intro on the album. I guess you understood what I was trying to say. It was kind of an experience actually. When you listen to it with good headphones, I think it's gonna sound just incredible. Track number 2 is A$AP Forever. We've heard that song before because it was actually the only single from this album that was released. A$AP released a couple of tracks, but they didn't end up on this album. It's the lead single, I guess. We've heard the song in a different version because the album version is quite longer, and it includes T.I. and Kid Cudi as featured artists. I love the piano in the back. It's so nice. Oh yeah. I thought it was a nice new version. I thought Kid Cudi sounded very at home on this track. The production isn't very different, but I really like the intro to it right before T.I. comes in. I don't know, it just adds a bit of something a bit cinematic about the track. Kid Cudi was really at home, which felt nice. I felt his verse was perfect on this track, but at the same time it didn't outshine A$AP Rocky. That's what I really like about him. He has a lot of featured artists on his albums, and this one is no exception, of course. But he's like, you know, like he's the main person. Like no artist ever outshine him on his songs, and I think that's really, really rare. Actually, that's something that I really appreciate about him. Track number 3 is called Tony Tony. I wonder if it's gonna be like a reference to Tony Tony. I really liked how the production switch, like they took off the guitar in the back kind of. It's nice. It was like a nice breakdown. So I still don't know who Tony Tony is. This was definitely not a song about Tony Tony. I don't even think it was sampling a song from them. I'm pretty positive it wasn't. But I really liked the production on it. The song was mostly focused on A$AP Rocky flow, but I really liked the production because it could have been easily very repetitive, but I thought it was just really catchy, and they found a way to break it down a little bit. Like there was an electronic guitar in the back at some point, and then they cut it, and it sounded really, really nice. Track number 4, and that's probably one of the tracks that I'm anticipating the most because I just want to listen to that track right now. It features FK Twigs, and I really like FK Twigs, and I really like A$AP Rocky, and I know they've been working together. Back when At Long Last A$AP was released, A$AP had already said that he had made a few tracks with FK Twigs, so I'm really, really, really excited to FK Twigs on an A$AP Rocky song, and also to FK Twigs on a hip hop song, because I think she never made a hip hop feature so far, and also to FK Twigs because she hasn't released music in a very long time. Just from the intro, we're only 11 seconds in and nothing happened, but it just is already a perfect combination of A$AP Rocky's and FK Twigs music. Like, I could see a song by both of these artists starting this way, like from the Melissa EP for FK Twigs and from A$AP's latest albums. I can tell you that. I know Twigs is probably only going to make background vocals. Fukk Sleep. I'm really liking his flow on this song. Oh, and it's switching it. Nice. This chorus is kind of catchy in the weirdest way. Can't forget that I'm a host. Better act like you know. Is that FK Twigs? Yes, that's her. Okay, never mind. Whoa, that was surprising. Can't forget where I'm from. Popo, police, enemies, fake homies. Can't forget that I'm a host. Better act like you know. I was actually expecting to be kind of disappointed by this track midway because I thought, okay, FK Twigs is only gonna do slight background vocals, but whoa, no. And when she came on, I actually didn't recognize her voice. You know, at the end, the vocals merged together kind of between A$AP Rocky and FK Twigs, and I thought it was really, really beautiful and added such an interesting feel, almost hypnotic to this song. And I wish it was a bit more like this during the entire song. I actually wasn't expecting this as an intro. It's different from the rest of the album so far. Both of the voices and flows come together so nicely. I'm really liking this. I clearly wasn't expecting this kind of song after the previous one. It's maybe not like the most experimental song on the album, definitely isn't. It kind of sounds more like something that's very current and very mainstream, but it doesn't sound mainstream at all. I mean, it uses like a flute, which is, I know, something that's very, very trendy. A$AP Rocky and Skepta just sounding so good together. Like, the flows came together so well, and yeah, it just was very nice color, I think. I wonder if it's gonna be an acoustic song. It would be interesting. Wait. Is Colored Black in prison or something? I don't know. So I suppose Colored Black is incarcerated right now. So that's why he was on the phone and you had this voice as if you were calling in a jail. Anyway, I thought it was a very interesting song. It was totally different from the previous ones. But I really like when the Kodak Black came on, first off because I was expecting a verse from him, but because at the beginning he started speaking on the phone and A$AP Rocky was actually singing the line in the back, and I thought it was really interesting. And he kept doing it later, but I don't think he was actually singing Kodak's Black's lines, but I'll have to re-listen to it. Yeah, that's once again very different. The beats on this song is just exquisite. It's interesting to me how A$AP Rocky is able to make productions that are so appealing and so catchy, and that I feel like could do well on the radio, but at the same time he experiments so much in this production and in his verses and the way he raps and with his featured artist, that it doesn't sound anymore like something that could be on the radio, and I do really love that.
Mama bore me, pop was on me as a shorty. Getting back before when I was 14, Glock was 40.
I kind of want to listen to the instrumental version of this album, to be honest, because the production are pretty interesting. I really love like the verse which started by Rambo was a Qadi and Mama was a Christian. My papa turned to Muslim when he spent some time in prison. The Jehovah's Witnesses, but I'm from kind of different. They don't leave no witnesses of folks in the business. They say I just practice all the good from all religions, complete the fifth amendment, or you're gonna be the victim. God, I was about to say, I was already thinking about the conclusion of this reaction video, and I was going to say, A$AP Rocky's delivery is perfect, as usual. His productions are immensely interesting. But lyrically is kind of uninteresting actually, but this verse really totally changed my entire, not my entire opinion on the album, but it really made me like this song even more. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked actually. It's not the verse of the year, but it was a really good verse. Oh, wait, is that Snoop Dogg? Wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember it was supposed to be a song featuring Snoop Dogg and Frank Ocean, and probably French Montana too. And it's not on the album anymore, so... Is Frank Ocean coming? Wait. What the f is it talking about Nicki Minaj? The water's flat like ass is pre on Nika? I think it's about Nicki Minaj. You know I'm a simple man. If you put chords on a hip hop song, you know I'm gonna love it. You're a corn star, all you fuck is corn bros, you fucking pop, Frenchie faux pop. I really need an instrumental version of this album because I really want to listen to the production. Brother Man was another interesting track, I would say, although it wasn't one of the highlights of the album to me. The production is really interesting. I really liked how it started very simple. It stayed quite simple during the entire song, but I really liked how they added chords. I'm really impressed by the vocals on this track because A$AP Rocky really experimented with his delivery, and French Montana was more like a singer on this song, but it was interesting. Actually, he's not the best singer, but he really added something to the track. And then you had Snoop Dogg that came out of nowhere, and then Frank Ocean, and you know that I love Frank Ocean, so it was perfect. I have no idea what the this song was about, but it was beautiful the way it was. Yeah, the production is ridiculously good on this album, and I guess when you listen to A$AP Rocky, you have to expect really good productions and very interesting ones. Just like Brother Man OG People wasn't one of the best, one of at least the highlights of the album to me, but it was nice. Like it kept me interested. Is it gonna be another trippy song? I love trippy songs. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a trippy song. Yeah, it's definitely a very trippy song.
Tell 'em who's that, call you Pappy, tell 'em that you happy. Shout it loud so they all know how you feel exactly. Inside, sunny energized. Think about it like you feel alive.
It's actually a song that could see work very well with a music video, not like on the shots or anything, but I really would like to see a video for this song because there was something kind of cinematic about it. I kind of picture the movie Kids, the Larry Clark, I think that was Larry Clark, or anyway, Harmony Korine one. I really kind of picture that film listening to this, so maybe that's just me and maybe I'm weird as which is probably the case, but I could see this song work very well with the music video. I have no idea how you read this track name, but track number 12, it's called Ungird, I think. It's like N43 Earth. Anyway, that's the song produced by Devonté Hynes, so this is gonna be interesting. Devonté Hynes, for those who are not familiar with him, he is a great producer, but he's also mostly known for working, well, for being a part of the leader or the only person on Blood Orange. I don't exactly know how it works. If you don't know about Blood Orange, you should listen to their albums. They're really good, especially Free Tanson. That was my favorite album of 2016, and that's one of my favorite albums ever. And Devonté Hynes is such an interesting person. He's such an interesting artist. Okay, I already kind of hear the rhythm in the back. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's kind of like a rhythm in the back, and it definitely reminds me of Devonté Hynes. But maybe I'm just listening too deep into it, and I'm hearing things that are not here. But I feel like I can already hear Dev Hynes on this. There's no man alive, maybe except Frank Ocean, who can deliver so much emotion in just a few lines with his voice. It's incredible. It was great. I loved it, and this was great, and I loved it. And yeah, I don't have much to say because this was really, really great. Oh god, no, no. A$AP, you can't do that to me. You really can't. You can't put like an electric guitar in the back with this track that is so moody already. Like, you can't do that to me. You know you can, because I'm gonna overreact to this, and I already overreacted to the previous one, and you know that I can't do that, right? This sounds like something from Blonde.
Girl I used to see, saying that she chose this other guy with whom she wanna be with. Look, I apologize, but this message fucked me up. Then I would skeet every girl after replying best of luck to you.
Whoa, this song changed suddenly. I don't know what the is happening. Oh, there's gonna be different parts to this song, I feel like. Oh yeah, there's gonna be different parts to this song.
Shitting on me, my little box. You ain't gonna see the fox. That's how you feel, nigga. Oh, 3 Billy Bob. This is that I get distracted.
Okay, it's going back to the beginning.
Shit
Yeah.
that didn't happen. I wonder how the world would be if they didn't have me. Or either getting married or had a baby with some nigga. Or either 3
Shit,
months
this is an emotional
posting
song.
up that little nigga pappy. I wonder if they really happy or just getting at me.
this f***ing song. This f***ing song. I was not expecting this when I talked at the beginning about is it gonna be a personal song. I did not expect for it to be that personal and that emotional. Actually, the slow part, we're gonna call it the slow part. So the beginning and the end really kind of reminded me of Frank Ocean a bit, but maybe I'm reaching here. A$AP Rocky was being so honest in his lyrics, and not only the production felt very cinematic. I like the word cinematic a lot. Not only it was really cinematic and put you in a very different mood and state of mind from the rest of the album, but the delivery and the lyrics were so honest. It just whoa. I was not expecting this. It felt whoa. Yeah, I'm very surprised right now. I think I'm still a bit in shock. The beat switch, I kind of expected it, but it actually reminded me a bit of LSD, like the music video. LSD, by the way, which is my favorite A$AP Rocky song, but you probably don't care about it, but I think it's his best song ever. In the video, you have LSD, which is trippy and put you in a very specific mood. And then in the middle, there's Excuse Me that comes in, and it kind of reminded me of this. I wonder if it's still gonna be personal and emotional until the end.
All black tussles get the white collars jealous. Like all my role models either dead or in the pen. I had no choice to keep the nigga that I am. Up relatives, niggas want settlements and bitches want like 7
Wait, sorry, this line was, whoa. How could I not be negative when I don't trust my relatives? Yes. A$AP Rocky is keeping on being honest and personal in these last few songs. It's quite great. I love when an artist is being honest and really opens up in his lyrics, but like the first part of the album wasn't so much about that. Actually, this song felt kind of what's the word? Relatable. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to this. Track number 15, and that's, by the way, the track that I was anticipating the most of this album, along with the FK Twigs one. It's called Purity, and it features Frank Ocean, but I know that it also features probably background vocals, but I know Miss Lauryn Hill is on this song, and A$AP Rocky, Frank Ocean, and Miss Lauryn Hill.
I gotta find peace of mind. Pitch perfect violence on the floor. Fast forward, honest on my score. That voice in your head says you
Fast forward, hands out, and I could turn every no one into someone.
Wait. I'm sorry. I need to go back on this verse a bit. I'm sorry. I need to re-listen to this verse. Yeah, I like the little Nas shout out. I think it was kind of smart. But of course it's Frank Ocean, so it's not gonna be shit.
You make my desire. Just tell me.
I think this song samples Lauryn Hill.
I lose someone every release. I feel like a curse is in me. A$AP prison is going in a grief. I share with you my peace.
The last few lines of the song, lose someone every release. It feels like the curse is in me. Pushing gun in a grief. I share with you my peace. Well, I don't know who died when he released his first album, but of course we all know that A$AP Hynes died right before At Long Last A$AP was released. And I think he lost his cousin recently. I think I've heard about this, and maybe I'm wrong. It's a member of his family at least. So yeah, this was once again really personal. The song overall was really interesting. So according to Genius, This song samples a Lauryn Hill song called I Gotta Find Peace of Mind," which was on acoustic MTV Unplugged set. So that's why she's not credited, and her voice was completely modified, and that was actually interesting. Maybe it's not the most memorable thing from this album if you just listen to it that way, but yeah, I think it's a great way to end this album. So my conclusion, and believe it or not, but I have a lot of things to say. I think it's a very interesting album. I've used the word interesting about 1,000 times during this reaction video, but I really think that's what it is, and I'm so happy that this album finally came out. And I know I'm probably gonna get crucified for saying this, but I really feel like hip hop hasn't been very interesting this year so far. So please don't kill me, but I really feel like have been a lot of very interesting records released so far this year, and I know that A$AP Rocky always delivers something interesting and something that is gonna have me really listening to it closely. And of course, there are a lot of interesting, I'm sorry for using this word too much, but there are a lot of interesting collaborations. As always, we have FK Twigs and Sleep, who add something very hypnotic and very sensual to the track. You have Moby, which eventually was sampled. French Montana, who isn't someone I'm usually looking up to, like I'm not usually anticipating his features because I feel like it always kind of sounds the same. Was really interesting on Brother Man. It was actually maybe one of the best thing about this song. And there's Angered with Devonté Hynes. I overreacted to it, and there's Frank Ocean here and there, and yeah, it was really interesting. I love the way he added such an artist. One thing I was gonna say at the beginning of listening to this album is that I felt like lyrically, once again, this was kind of a poor album. I'm sorry for using that word, but that's how I felt at the beginning of the album. I thought, oh, okay, well, at least the production is interesting and the delivery is perfect. Then came Guns and Butter and this verse, which was something great. And then came Angered, then came Changes, and it started getting extremely personal. In the last few songs, the production was often very simple and not as experimental and challenging as on the previous tracks, but it felt so personal and honest. The thing is, I don't think a lot of people are gonna like Testing. I think a lot of people are gonna listen to it and think it's nice. I think a lot of people are gonna say it's a disappointment. I think a lot of people are gonna hate it. I think also few people are really gonna love it. It's not an album that's gonna please everybody. And that's what I love about A$AP Rocky, is that it takes a lot of risk. And after the Cozy tapes, which I thought were very boring, especially the second one. The first one was actually nice, but the second one, I was not interested by it. It's great to have him back doing his thing and testing stuff. I'm sorry for trying to make a pun out of it, but it's true. He really experiments on this album. Maybe it's not an album that I'm gonna listen to every day. Maybe it's an album that I'm gonna listen to once in a while, but I really think it's a very good one, and it got me hooked from beginning to end, and it was very interesting, and it's an interesting album, and I've overused the word interesting, but I think it's really the best way to qualify this album. It's interesting in the best of ways. I'll just end this video by giving my favorite tracks on this album. It's from what I first heard. I think my favorite song are Changes, of course. I think I really enjoyed Angered. I don't know if it's because Devonté Hynes was on it and produced it or not, but I've really enjoyed it. And I'm gonna say It's Up Forever because I really, really like this song, and Distorted Records was also one of my favorite. It was a very good introduction to this album. I've enjoyed this tremendously, so I hope you'll enjoy it too. Please make sure you leave your reaction to A$AP Rocky's new album Testing in the comments section down below. I'm new at this, so I don't exactly know how it works, but I'm really interested in finding out your reaction to this album. If I'm posting videos, it's because I want to share my point of view on music, and I want to have other people's points of view. I want to talk about music, so let's keep the conversation going. Even if you disagree with me, I'm very interested to know what you think about this album. Thank you so much for watching this video, and have a good day.